What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Cal, and today I'm going to be showing you my thief route through Solitude in Western Skyrim. Alright, before we jump into it, this route takes about 15 to 20 minutes to complete. It's relatively safe. There's a few spots where you might get caught and collect a bounty, and it should earn you about 10 to 15k per day for the items that you fence. And then, of course, you have a chance of finding Solitude diagrams and recipes that can sell for a pretty good amount on the PCNA server, and I assume a good amount on the other servers as well. It'll be easier if you have some gear specific to thieving. I like to use the Night Silence sets. I also run Ring of the Wild Hunt when I'm thieving, just so I have the ability to move even faster when I'm stealth. So one of the things that I like about this route is that you really only have to deal with one guard, and it's pretty easy to avoid them. And then at the end, it wraps up right at the entrance to the Outlaws Refuge, so you can just hop in there and fence all the goods that you've stolen. So starting out here at the Way Shrine, I head right across the street to the Fighters Guild, and I'll do the inside and outside of that before I head to the south, cross back over the street, and then there's two houses that you can lockpick your way in and loot as well, and I believe each of them have a safe box that you can unlock. From there, north back across the street again to the Bard's College, and there's multiple levels in there that can be looted. And then when you come out of there, it's real easy to go right into the Antiquarian Circle building as well, and again, another easy building to loot, and several NPCs for you to pickpocket. After the Antiquarian Circle, I will typically go again south across the street to the Mages Guild. After the Mages Guild, you can go to the Blue Palace. I usually don't find it's worthwhile to go in there. There are a few good spots to loot and a couple NPCs to pickpocket, but when you come back out, there's a guard that's really tough to get around unless you're using an armor set or your Khajiit or something that allows you to reduce your detection radius. So either way, after that, there's a mansion just northwest of the Mages Guild that you can lockpick your way into, and then after that, just take the back street to the west towards the Outlaws Refuge, and there are a couple more NPCs you can pickpocket on the way. For me, that's basically a full inventory at that point, so it's time to fence. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so straight away going into stealth here, and there's a barrel right here, and I'm just going to go ahead and loot everything I see. Go ahead and get this NPC. Now I do have the Blade of Woe unlocked, which is an easy way to pick up that third item. Okay, going in the Fighters Guild now. Alright, there is an NPC that is often sitting here. They look like they're doing their little rotation, so we should be able to grab the safe box, dresser, cupboard, and desk. Okay, and here they come. So they're going to sit down right here, and then it's real easy to pickpocket them. Now, I don't always pick up these weapons here, but two-handed weapons do sell pretty well on the fence, so if I have inventory space, I'll go ahead and grab them. Now, I don't mess with this NPC, too much trouble. There's nothing to loot back there, so just moving right along here. There is a trunk back here. And I won't mess with any of this gear. It's not worth the inventory space. Alright, that guy managed to catch me, but that's fine. Alright, this is a tough room right here. So this vampire right here is actually pretty powerful, and if she catches you, it is a tough fight to win. This is also the only spot where I've found that I'm able to pickpocket her without one of these two NPCs noticing automatically. But yeah, this is a room that, you know, you should feel free to skip. It's not always worth the additional effort. And there's no basement in this one, so we are heading right back out. Alright, jumping down here. This building is actually, you can't access the inside. So this guy right here, I don't usually use the Blade of Woe because that lady right there will see you and add to your bounty. We don't need that kind of heat right now. But if she turns her back, then you should be safe to use the Blade of Woe. Otherwise, we'll just try and get the third pickpocket. Nope, she turned around. All right, we're good. Okay. There's the guard we got to look out for. So good to see her heading that way. We should be good here. Got a barrel. And then we'll be picking our way into this house right here. Okay, now there is a roaming NPC in here that can be a little annoying. He's right over here, so I'm going to try and get one pickpocket and then just use Blade of Woe to get him out of the way. Because he does not stand at this loom very long. And again, I don't want my bounty to get too high. The barrel, there's a barrel in the corner over here. You can grab these pumpkins. Alright, here's our first safe box. Got a lead out of that. Another seat of the Snow Prince. Got a sack up there, and now we're headed upstairs. There is another NPC here that does do a bit of roaming. If you just circle wide here, you can usually sneak up behind her without her noticing. There we go. And don't forget to get these jewelry boxes. Alright, this is the second house right here. Let's go ahead and grab this barrel and this backpack and take it in. Okay, there is another roaming NPC here. Moves very slow. There she is. Despite her demeanor, she will detect you and add to your bounty, so an exercise in patience. I think she comes over here next to this cabinet. Oh, no. Alright, she's on her way upstairs. She's the only one we got to worry about in here, though. The other NPC is oblivious. Alright, that wardrobe's empty. Trunk right here. Another safe box. So like I was saying, this guy is oblivious, won't notice you. Feel free to steal right in front of him. There's a dresser in here, and I think that's it, yep. And then back around here, nothing. Got a cupboard, crate, and barrel. And this house is done. Alright, we're getting ready to head back across the street. There's our guard that we got to worry about. Before we go, there's a barrel right here. And then before we head into the Bard's College, we want to get that barrel. And around the back here, there's another barrel and a trunk. Alright, this guy right here doesn't seem to care about crimes committed in front of him, so just move along. That's empty, empty, okay. Can pickpocket this NPC. If I can get in position. It's one problem with the Ring of the Wild Hunt. You move a little too fast in some situations. And look at that. Our bounty's already down to 92. So if we have a pretty clean run for the second half of this, we should be bounty free when it's time to start selling stuff. Alright. Now when you get up here, there's an NPC. This guy right here likes to move back and forth. So this is our opportunity to take care of the Honorable Ingmar Ravenquill without anyone detecting us. Perfect. And let's go ahead and clean this area out. Alright, so we're going to have to wait on him to move. Alright, he's on the move. Perfect. So we just need him to leave the room, and then we can start working on the professor here. Two desks over here. Sometimes there's coins on top of them, but apparently not today. And then, of course, you can pickpocket this guy on the way out. Alright, so for this one, there is an exit down here, so we're going to go ahead and loot the basement here. And I went by a couple just because this head maestro here moves into a spot where you can't pickpocket or use Blade of Woe on her, so I want to get her before she gets to that spot. There we go. Alright. Perfect. Burn. Covered, and we're out. All right, there's a barrel right there. Sack. Everything's empty. Crate. Another sack. Barrel. Okay, so sometimes I'll go pickpocket that guy right there. You can pickpocket him through the wall, but the guard's coming right now. And sometimes it's just more trouble than it's worth. So into the antiquarian circle. Nobody on this floor cares at all about you stealing from them. So if you're looking for a few easy things to loot, to steal, this is the spot to do it. Battle axe, yeah, I'll take that. All right, upstairs there is one NPC that we need to take out first. Right here. That was 100%. Alright, dormer pot, dresser, and then 6 desks. 2 desks over here, and then there is 1 cabinet here. To the basement. This urn is always empty, in my experience, but there is a crate right here, and 2 barrels, and then we're out. This worker's pretty easy to pickpocket once you've leveled up your legerdemain and Thieves Guild. Alright, now we need to look out for that guard one last time. We look clear. Alright, Mage's Guild. So don't use your Blade of Woe on this NPC. If you can't get the second or third pickpockets clean, don't worry about it. But you will be detected if you use your Blade of Woe by this NPC right here. Got a barrel right here. Sack. This NPC doesn't seem to care much. A couple here. Alright, this right here is a trap. You can get in this one, but these two are impossible unless you use a potion, which I have. So let's go ahead and potion up. We'll just go ahead and grab all of it. This is another NPC that you can't use the Blade of Woe on. Even right here, the other one will detect you and you will accrue a bounty. So I usually just grab the first 2 pickpockets on Nelos here and then move along. Everything's empty. Okay. Heading upstairs. There's not much up here, but there is sometimes a safe box on this desk, so I find it worthwhile. But you do have to take out Baxold here in order to get it. And sometimes I get his dialogue instead of a pickpocket. These rooms are easy. There's not much in them, but there's never any NPCs over here, so. Alright, Fenorian's down here in the basement now. I actually haven't stolen right in front of him. I think because of where I was in the storyline, he wasn't down here for a while, and now he's back. But he doesn't seem to care. Alright, going out the way we came in, and now is where there's a choice. So, like I said, this guard right here will almost always detect you when you come out of the Blue Palace, unless you're using an armor set that reduces your detection radius, or you're a Khajiit, or you have a potion, and then you can sneak by. Alright, this house right here, just next to the Mage's College, you gotta lockpick your way in, but it's easier to lockpick this door on the second story than the front door. Plus, the guard can't see you up here, so just run right across here. And there's a couple things to grab out here on the patio, and then go ahead and lockpick your way in. Sometimes there's a safe box on this table. This guard is a little annoying, as she will walk in between all the floors, so you got to catch her in transition. There we go. Blade of Woe. Alright, I'll do the third floor first and then head down to the first floor. There's another wandering NPC right there. Let's see. Safe box in here. Let's go ahead and grab that. That wandering NPC will come in here, but we should have enough time to get this and then get around to take her out. Okay, so we snuck around back behind her. Perfect. Then down here on the first floor, there's just a couple more things to loot. That nightstand. Obviously, there's that NPC over there. And then the 3 right here. And another jewelry box. So, inventory's full again. Alright, let's take care of this NPC real quick. Okay, and then I will usually head back up to the second floor here and go right back out the same door I came in. Again, just avoiding that guard. Alright, so we got this little back alley here. This street never has any guards on it. There's an NPC right here that you can pickpocket. And another one right here that you can pickpocket. Alright, and then right here is the Outlaws Refuge. Okay, let's see how I did today. I didn't get any purple items to launder, which is a little unfortunate. And it looks like we made 11.8k gold, so just under 12,000. I didn't get any good recipes from that run, but you can get some good recipes from this. Like I said, you can pull any of the Solitude furnishing recipes, I believe, and those still go for upwards of 10k, you know, depending on what it is. So, alright, so that's going to do it for my thief route here in Solitude in Western Skyrim. Like I said at the beginning of the video, this route should net you between 10 and 15k, plus whatever you can make off of any of the furnishing patterns that you happen to find. If you're looking for a thief route that's a little bit easier, my first ESO video on this channel was actually my thief route through Central in Southern Elsewhere, and that route only requires you to lockpick into one house, and most of the stealing is actually from chests and other stuff out in the world rather than pickpocketing. So if you haven't leveled up your thieving skills or your legerdemain skills, go ahead and check out that video. I'll have it linked at the end of this video if you're looking for something that's just a little bit easier, but should still net you about the same amount of money. That's going to do it for today. I hope you all enjoyed this video, and if you did, I'd encourage you to check out some of the other ESO content on the channel. I'll be back soon with another video. Until then, bye for now.